All right, well, this video will act as the intro and welcome to the um, HS4893 Mental Health Administration for fall session 2. I apologize for not getting it to you all earlier, but I have been without and will continue to be without internet. So I will try to make videos when I can and post them. But a lot of you have been emailing me really great questions. Some of you already have stuff for me to review as far as some of the work that you've done. That's great. Keep up the good work. And this program or this class is really simple. I took out a lot of the stuff because really your signature assignment is uh, a huge part of your grade um, and a huge part of the work. So with that, I'll just do a quick overview of the syllabus. And as you can see, the signature assignment is going to be due December 1st. Feedback is due by December 8th. And the paper itself is worth 100 points. Your feedback is worth 25 points. And your feedback has to be substantial. Put some questions out there like, hey, have you thought about this? Or have you considered this? Make it, I want at least a good few paragraphs in your feedback, not one liners like, hey, great job. So make sure that you give some adequate feedback for the one individual that you're going to pick. And if you see somebody's already picked them, a couple of them have already picked one, then go to a third person so that as many people can get some feedback. You're going to get participation points, and so I might do just a random assignment. It might be something really simple like, hey, check in here. I might just throw up a random, uh, uh, I don't know, a random discussion board or something like that. Your professionalism is going to be based off of getting things done timely, as well as your interactions on discussion boards or other things that we have you do. You have an experiential paper, which is due at the end of this week, and I've created the place for you to post it, and we'll go over that in a second. You also have a midterm, which will be due. I'm changing these times. I'm going to make it available on the 12th, and it will be due by the 15th. Okay, and I noted that in this week's or next week's weekly thing. And then the final exam will be available on the 8th and 12th, December 8th, and available. It's due by December 11th. Okay, and that's worth 100 points. So a lot of points, and um, the final exam will cover everything, and some of the same questions might be on there from the midterm. Okay, so that's kind of what it's going to look like. The grading scale out of 100 or out of 400. So these are your percentages. I expect you all to do your own work or cite work that you use. And the biggest thing is that for each one of these, you've got your titles. Okay, so your headers. So title of program, mission statement, value statement. So I know in the, and I tried to fix this for the most part, this is what you're going to go off of right here as far as the order and everything that's included. I tried to match the PowerPoint as much best as I could. Under the needs assessment, demographic data is a separate issue, but you need to have all of these aspects in your paper. Okay. So the title of the program, the mission statement, value statement, purpose statement, the needs assessment. Now this is going to be a big chunk. This is at least 8 to 10 pages of your overall paper. Okay. And then the demographic data of the region to be served. So that means you actually have to find some census data or demographic data for where you're working at, and then some rationale for the need of the agency. Okay, so both of those need to be in there. You will also create a questionnaire or some other form that you would use for your needs assessment. You're not actually going to put it out there, but you need to create one. Okay, and obviously it has to match what you're looking for, what you're working on, your vision and your goals. And so, in the future, what do you want to see out of your agency? What kind of impact? Your implementation plan has to have dates and some kind of schedule. And I put a couple examples in as far as either writing it out in a paragraph or literally making it like um, a table. Organizational or community interaction, organizational structure. You will need to actually make an organizational chart. Okay. Job descriptions for at least 3 distinctly different employees or anticipated in the organizational structure. Okay, so at least 3, we're talking full page, 1-page job descriptions, right? Something that you would find off of Indeed. So, what are the requirements and all that? Marketing and advertisement and materials. Um, this kind of come all together. You do need to make a brochure and a business card example for your business. Okay. Policies and procedures, at least 5 of these, and these are not one-liners either. They should at least be several bullet points for each one. A policy and a procedure is not just a one-liner like dress nice. Okay. Um, what are the inclusions? Is it business casual? Are you allowed to wear jeans? Do we have Jean Friday? Whatever it is that you want to put on there. Confidentiality, PTO, just any type of policy. And if you already work someplace, by all means, you don't have to reinvent it. You can just borrow it, just cite it when you borrow. Okay. And then you got to change it to meet your program. I don't want you to borrow it and then don't change anything. And it's sitting there talking about, you know, addiction recovery centers. Okay. So it's got to be about your program with your title and everything in it. Um, Volunteer information requirements, itemized budget. This has to be an itemized budget, so there has to be an incoming and outgoing. Okay, and it should be fairly balanced, right? Grant funding information. More information of that is on the specific one for the agency plan. Program monitoring and evaluation and an instrument. You need to create some kind of instrument or questionnaire in order to program, monitor, and evaluate it. So, and then you got to answer the questions that are on the video as well, the other video for the signature assignment. Okay, again, you need to provide some serious, good feedback to the ones that you're going to provide feedback for. And like I said, if somebody's already got 2 or 3 people who's given them feedback, then go to somebody who hasn't received feedback yet. Let's see, your experiential evaluation. Students, you'll compose a 3 to 5 page experiential paper evaluating a past or current work practicum experience. It does not have to be in human services, though if you've had one, that's the one that we would prefer that you do it on. Briefly describe the strengths and the weaknesses of the agency and the supervisor. Students will address issues with coworkers, conflict management, ethical situations as applicable, and then also reflect on their own professionalism in the work environment and identify strategies to improve the agency. Okay. It is expected that this paper, as well as all assignments in the class, be prepared and presented in a professional manner using correct grammar, vocabulary, and syntax. Papers that are poorly written will receive lower grades. The use of informal or colloquial English is not acceptable, and all citations, including internet sources, must be cited and adhered to in APA format. So APA format in general is 1-inch margins all the way around. You want to also use Times New Roman 12 font size and use proper headings, etc. When you write the paper. Each one of these things that it's asking you to do is a heading. So it makes it easier to read your paper and to write a paper when you have the headings appropriate. You will have a midterm given on, like I said, we're going to move these dates. It's going to actually be 11/12 that you're going to receive it, and it will be due 11/15. And then the final exam will be given on 12/8 and due 12/11. All of this stuff is right here written up for you. And so if you have any questions, keep emailing me. You guys have been doing a really good job. So that is the syllabus. If you have any questions about where things go or what things are, here's the weeks. Week 1 and 2 have been completed already. I will try to get things graded this week. Week 3, you'll have your Chapter 5, Chapter 6 to read throughout the week. Your experiential paper is due November 8th. And continue on, work on your needs assessment if you haven't already finished it. Should be just about wrapped up with it. And if you are done with that, then start working on any of the next sections. Every week I'll put kind of a plan that keep kind of on track. Week 4, we have the midterm will be open 11/12 and will be due 11/15. This has changed from the syllabus. The focus on this week for your paper should be the vision and goals, implementation plan, community interaction involvement, organizational structure, including your organizational chart, and job descriptions. Okay, so minimum of 3 job descriptions. You'll be reading Chapter 7. And there's just a little video on supervision, good and bad. Okay. I look forward to hearing from you and working with you this week. And that's it. Have a good day.